Have you ever wondered about the unseen world, a realm that exists alongside our own? Today, we're diving into one of the most incredible stories ever told, the story of Prophet Sulaiman, or Solomon as he's known in other traditions, and his extraordinary command over the jinn. This isn't just a fairy tale, it's a powerful narrative from religious texts that explores faith, power, and the relationship between humanity and the supernatural. Prophet Sulaiman was no ordinary king. He was a prophet blessed by God with immense wisdom and unprecedented power. His famous prayer was, "My Lord, forgive me and grant me a kingdom such as will not belong to anyone after me." And what a kingdom it was! His dominion wasn't just over humans. God granted him the ability to understand the languages of birds and animals, to command the winds, and most famously, to control the jinn. So, who are the jinn? In Islamic tradition, they are beings created from smokeless fire, just as humans were created from clay and angels from light. They have free will, just like us. They can be good or evil, believers or disbelievers. Before Prophet Sulaiman, the jinn often interacted with humans in ways that could be mischievous or harmful. They were powerful, fast, and could perform feats beyond human capability. This is where Sulaiman's unique gift comes in. God subjugated the jinn to his command. This wasn't a partnership, it was absolute authority. The Quran tells us that the jinn worked for him, building magnificent structures, diving into the sea to retrieve pearls and treasures, and performing any task he commanded. These weren't just simple laborers, among them were powerful entities known as Ifrits and Marids. Imagine the scene, the grand palace being constructed not by human hands, but by these powerful, unseen forces. They built temples, fortresses, and reservoirs. The sheer scale and speed of these projects would have been miraculous. A clear sign of the divine power vested in Sulaiman. Any jinn who dared to disobey his command faced a severe punishment. This control established order and demonstrated that even the most powerful, rebellious forces are ultimately subject to God's will. One of the most famous stories involves the Queen of Sheba, or Bilqis. When Sulaiman learned of her and her people, who worshipped the sun, he wanted to bring her to the path of monotheism. He sent her a letter, and she decided to visit him with her entourage. Before she arrived, Sulaiman wanted to display the power God had given him. He turned to his assembly, which included humans, jinn, and animals, and asked, "Who among you can bring me her throne before she arrives?" An Ifrit from the jinn, a particularly powerful and cunning one, boasted, "I will bring it to you before you rise from your place." And indeed, I am powerful and trustworthy for this. That's incredibly fast, a matter of hours. But then, someone with knowledge of the scripture, often interpreted as a pious man or Sulaiman himself using a divine name, said, "I will bring it to you in the twinkling of an eye." And just like that, the magnificent throne of the Queen of Sheba appeared right before Prophet Sulaiman. This event was a testament not just to the power over the jinn, but to the even greater power that comes from true faith and knowledge from God. When Sulaiman saw the throne, he didn't boast. Instead, he immediately thanked God, saying, "This is from the favor of my Lord to test me whether I will be grateful or ungrateful." This highlights a key aspect of Sulaiman's character. Despite having a kingdom beyond imagination and power over the very forces of nature and unseen, he remained constantly aware of his reliance on God. His power was a test, a responsibility. He used it not for personal gain or tyranny, but to establish justice and spread the message of the one true God. The jinn's service wasn't limited to construction. They were also the divers of the sea, plunging into the depths to extract precious jewels and treasures that no human could reach. The Quran says, "And of the devils were some who dived for him and did work other than that. And we were of them a guardian." This shows the diversity of tasks they were assigned, from the grandest architectural feats to the most specialized deep-sea expeditions. Now, what about the rebellious jinn? Not all of them served willingly. The Quran mentions that the evil ones, the devils or shaitan, were also under his control. He would chain them up to prevent them from causing mischief and corruption. This was a significant act, as it brought a period of relative peace and safety from their influence on earth. For the first time, these chaotic and often malevolent beings were brought to heel under the authority of a righteous human prophet king. The story of Prophet Sulaiman's death is just as fascinating and carries a profound lesson. He was overseeing the jinn as they worked on a project, possibly the construction of the temple in Jerusalem. He was leaning on his staff, and God caused him to die in that position. The jinn, not realizing he had passed away, continued their labor out of fear of his authority. They toiled on and on, perhaps for a very long time. How did they finally find out? A tiny creature, a termite or a woodworm, slowly gnawed away at the base of Sulaiman's staff. Eventually, the staff weakened and broke, and Prophet Sulaiman's body fell to the ground. Only then did the jinn realize their master was gone and that they had been working for a dead man. The Quran uses this event to teach a crucial lesson, and when we decreed for him death, nothing indicated to them his death except a creature of the earth eating his staff. But when he fell, the jinn became clear that if they had known and seen, they would not have remained in humiliating punishment. This powerfully debunks the idea that jinn possess knowledge of the future or the unseen. Despite their supernatural abilities, they are just like us in that respect. Only God knows the unseen. They were fooled by the simplest of things, a tiny insect doing what it was created to do. The legacy of Prophet Sulaiman and the jinn is vast. His story serves as a powerful reminder that all power, no matter how great, comes from God and is a test for its wielder. It demonstrates the reality of the unseen world and the existence of beings like the jinn, but more importantly, it establishes the proper hierarchy that a righteous human, with God's permission, can be granted authority over them. It's a story of ultimate faith, incredible power used for good, and the humility to recognize the true source of that power. It shows us that true strength lies not in commanding others, but in complete submission and gratitude to the Creator of all. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey into the incredible life of Prophet Sulaiman. If you found this story as fascinating as I do, please hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into incredible stories from history and scripture. Let me know in the comments what you found most amazing about Prophet Sulaiman's kingdom. See you in the next video.